What if a cookie could actually help you hit your protein goal today? Stay with me because most protein cookies use protein powder, but this recipe calls for a special ingredient.
If you are a woman over 40 who wants to lose body fat and who wants to feel good in their body again, you're at the right place. I share healthy, delicious recipes and weight loss tips that you're going to love. Welcome to Intentionally Eat.
Here's the problem with most protein cookies: they're either dry or chalky or loaded with sugar and somehow still low in protein. So, today I'm going to show you a protein cookie I actually make for myself. And in a minute, I'll let you know the one ingredient that makes the biggest difference, and it isn't protein powder. Okay, so we're going to mix our dry ingredients in a large bowl. We're going to take 2 tablespoons of PB2 powder. I like to use the organic. And here's the secret ingredient: 2 tablespoons of vital wheat gluten. We'll talk more about that in a moment. 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of allulose. I prefer allulose sweetener. You could use monk fruit sweetener, stevia, whatever you prefer. You could even use regular sugar if you want. A teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and a pinch of salt. Now, if you want the full recipe, it's going to be linked below. And if you're a woman over 40 trying to eat a plant based diet and still enjoy food, go ahead and subscribe. And we're just going to mix that all together. You want to make sure you get all of the lumps out. You don't want to over mix that vital wheat gluten. So, what that's going to do for you and your cookie is it's going to give it a really firm, chewy texture that is going to keep it from being a crumbly cookie. It's going to be more fudge like and more brownie like, I would say. And it's also going to just really boost the protein in this cookie. So you don't have to use protein powder anymore. You can use vital wheat gluten. So make sure that you get all of the lumps out. And then we're going to start to add our liquid. We're just adding a little bit of vanilla. I'm using like a teaspoon or so. Measure with your heart on vanilla. And then we're using a tablespoon of drippy natural peanut butter. That's going to give us a little bit of fat for this cookie. It's going to help bind it together. We're just going to stir that together. And then you can use milk, soy milk, or whatever your favorite plant based milk is, or water here. We're going to use like a third to a half a cup. I want you just to slowly add it and mix it gently because you don't want to overmix that vital wheat gluten, or you will end up getting a super tough, chewy hockey puck cookie. So don't overmix, just gently stir it in. So while we're doing that, let me ask you, have you ever noticed how easy it is to hit your protein goal at dinner, but snacks are just so hard? That was a big struggle for me when I was losing over 100 pounds. And it's one of the biggest things I see now with the women that I coach. So that's why this cookie matters more than you think. Because this isn't just a cookie, it's a snack that can support your muscle, your metabolism, and your energy, especially if you're a woman over 40. And then we're going to add in our dark vegan chocolate chips. Now, that's optional. You don't have to if you have a calorie deficit that you're trying to hit consistently. But if you can afford in your calorie budget a few chocolate chips, they really add to it. And in just a second, I'll show you how I bake these so they stay soft, even with higher protein content. And let me know in the comments, would you rather have a protein cookie or a protein shake? We're going to cut this into about 5 to 6 cookies is what this makes. And we're going to bake it in a 350-degree oven for 8 to 11 minutes. You want to pull it out while they're still soft. Otherwise, they're going to dry out and be hard. And you've got delicious protein cookies that are going to help you meet your goal. If you want more plant based snack recipes, I've got a free cookbook you can find in the description below.
If you enjoyed this recipe, you're going to love this one.